My name is Paul Riley. My wife and I lived in this district since 2010 when we retired out of the United States Army from Germany. What inspired me really was my wife last summer as I was grousing about the injustices coming out of the Supreme Court and the rulings that they were passing down. I really felt it imperative that I get into the race and try to blunt some of the things that are happening in Washington, mainly the lack of any kind of congressional lawmaking going on. It's all about trying to one-up each other on the other side and really trying to make who has the best soundbite to take to Fox News. They're not interested in governance, and we really need that now. We need to pivot back to the center. We need to work across the aisle if possible, and if not, then we need to have laws in place that are ready to go for President Biden's signature when he wins the White House again in the fall. And couple that with Senator Kane, I really think this district is in play. I feel it in my heart of hearts. I've talked to people, and I know that they are ready for change, whether they have an R behind their name or a D behind their name. And so that's what inspired me to run. And I think with my 35 years of government service as an active duty Army officer, and then 15 years working as a defense contractor, I've been all over the world. I've been in war zones and deployed to multiple places and worked internationally. And I can bring that to the fore and really work across aisles and make a difference. I really, truly can make a difference.
Gloria Tinsley Witt. I was born and raised here in Amherst County. What made me run? Our rights and freedoms are under attack. With the rollback of Roe versus Wade and the overturning of the affirmative action, I just could no longer sit on the sidelines. That coupled with the fact that in every space I entered, I heard about how African American men were checking out of the process of voting. And I was energized to participate in getting them back to the ballot vote, back to the ballot box. And what I've discovered as I've moved around the district is that it's not just African American men, it's a whole lot of people that are just disgusted with our current state of politics. And as a result of that, I just want to reach out to them and let them know democracy is on the ballot. And this is no time to sit it out, and you must vote to stand as a citizen of this country. It's voting time, so get disgusted enough to vote. Pretty clear what you need to do to save our democracy. In the 5th district, job good is no good for District 5. I want to use my voice to knock down walls and build bridges for we the people.
The reason that I am running is twofold. In my job, and since I've been in Danville, I see a lot of suffering from people. I've seen housing insecurity. I see food insecurities. I work with a number of organizations to provide meals for people in the community. So we have those food insecurities. And the other thing is I see a lot of our children in our communities are under stress. They're under stress. Now, if the children are under stress, then the families are under stress. On the national side, our Constitution, our democracy is under attack. Our rights are being eroded. Time that you have a president that says, I can shut down the Constitution, or forget about all of our allies. If they don't pay, then forget about it. Let Russia do whatever they want. And then you have his minions that would advocate for shutting the government down. Those are not American values. I graduated from the United States Military Academy at West Point. And one of those things that I did at West Point is I took an oath, and that oath said that I would protect our country and our democracy from all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I can tell you, the things that I see, those are enemies. Back in the 1860s, we had a group of people that wanted to secede from the nation. We fought one of the bloodiest wars in our history to keep our country together. We had people in the 1940s that wore swastikas supporting Nazism. Or even just a couple years ago, January 6th, when people trying to disrupt a legal proceeding. Why do I think I'm the best candidate? I've spent 25 years in the corporate world as an executive. I spent 5 years in the Army. I've spent the last 15 years working as a nonprofit. work as a nonprofit executive, and I've also run two businesses.